Alright, we got us a 2011 BMW Z4 with the N52 3.0 motor, and we're doing an alternator per customer request today. Pretty basic, simple. If you've done or seen any 3.0s, they're all built basically the same. A couple little minute differences between the model years and so on and so forth, but this one's a relatively easy one. Alright, so first off we're going to do is we're going to take off our hose here and take off our two 10mm go here. You got 8s for this cover here, and we're going to lift all this out. Disconnect your mass airflow sensor, everything comes out. Whole bunch of room here, whole bunch of room for the belt. Do remember to disconnect your battery from the back. It is a 10mm. You will need to get into the trunk. If you don't have any power, you go to a power supply right here, give it power, give it ground, and you can go pop the trunk. A lot of these don't have key ports, so that you can't disconnect it with a key. Got to use electricity. Make it more of a pain in the ass for you. But that is what we're currently doing. So I will show you. I'm going to take out this part here, and then I'll get to the rest of the stuff once we get to it. I like taking off these mass airflow sensors. A little pick. Get underneath said connector, and it'll come right out. Let's put it over the side. Clamp here, clamp here. I'm just going to disconnect this one, take it off from that boot. It'll be a 1/4 inch. Oh, battery's getting weak. We now have the two 10s here for the airbox, and then I'm going to do the 8s that are over here for the intake duct. I'm not going to show you that part. These are going to be 8s. Now we got all this room up in here. It's awesome. Alright, we are now to our belt. So this one is a T60. Big 1/2 inch Torx bit socket. One of these puppies. So I use it on a 1/2 inch with a 1/2 inch extension. I'm able to get right down inside there. Like yay. And rotate, the belt comes off. Now all I'm gonna do is I'm just going to, there is lock pins on here so you can put and hold the belt, keep it in place. But I don't need that tensioner out of the way for anything, because all I'm going to do is just ratchet it back, take the belt off, just the alternator side, and then let the tensioner go. I don't need anything like on some other vehicles where you have to put the belt tensioner in a lock position to get to one of the bolts back behind it for something stupid. But this is what we're going for this. I'll show you all this stuff. Make sure it's in place.
I got spaghetti and meatballs.
And we are E12s for these bolts. Do a, let's look at 13. Yep. Pick loose our power wire. Sometimes the connectors for the bottom of this thing are locked up. So if you use a pick, you can get back behind it and get it out like yay. So what is this little lift tab right here? Sometimes these are real weak and they will not lift up far enough in order for you to get past the little nodule in there. So getting a pick down inside there, lifted it up, bypasses all of that. I'm gonna go get my extension. My 3-inch one wandered off somewhere, but no worries. Plenty of room in here. These are aluminum bolts, so be careful with them. There it is, plain and simple. Same way going back in. Careful. These bolts are aluminum and they will strip pretty easy. Battery's dying on this thing. Power wire on, put the control wire on. Usually they come with caps, but this one didn't have a cap, just to protect it so that nothing stupid touches that and arcs it out. Alright, belt back on. No, control the same thing going all the way back in. Just put air off everything you took off. What else was I gonna say? Looks like got a nasty little oil leak. Looks like someone didn't change that oil filter cap O-ring. That's bad. That'll leak. But pretty common problem on these. Those oil coolers like to leak too. So, any questions, comments? Feel free to let me know.